the time I fucked up by coming into a coconut.
All right. I mean, I've been there. The guy from the guy who just called us might relate to this actually.
See, I feel like coming onto random food makes a little, and it doesn't make more sense, but it's a little more normal. I don't know. They're both fucking
This sounds a
crazy.
little more
Normalize
intimate.
this.
He's coming into the coconut.
Yeah, I guess like a coconut fleshlight style. You
These
know,
are weird people.
to each
Don't
their own.
normalize this.
I'm not normalizing it, but you know, like, hey man, you fucking do your own shit. Just stay the fuck away from me, all right?
Agreed.
It opens
All right.
up with, anyway, around 8 years back, lived in northern Mozambique. Did I pronounce that
Yep.
right?
Yes.
A coastal southern African country with a quite warm climate. My mother at the time was going through a quote-unquote health nut phase and only buying foods she deemed healthy enough. One of these was coconuts. Fucking great. This is a great fucking warm-up. Jesus. She would buy several coconuts a week to use in food from the local market. Anyways, being a horny teenager, I fapped in regular intervals.
All
And
right.
so, yeah, that's a way to word it.
Right.
Unfortunately, there was some severely stressful examinations coming up. Guessing like exams, you know, fucking.
Examinations? Is that like does he mean like a physical?
I'm assuming it's like, you know, fancy way of saying tests, like finals, you know,
Sure.
midterms.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm assuming examinations coming up for me, and as such, my fapping reached a higher peak than usual, and I was feeling pretty sexually frustrated. One day, I hear that my mother is going out. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. Is going out for pretty much the entire afternoon. Horny me decides that it would be a fantastic idea to fuck a coconut, as one does, I guess.
Right. Been
Honestly, to this day, I can't fathom why I thought this would be a good idea, but my train of thought back then was clearly somewhat clogged. No shit, idiot. I end up grabbing the coconut drill. That's a thing, okay.
there.
And
I guess it's just a drill.
yeah, a drill
That
for
is
coconuts.
now the coconut drill.
Yeah. I ended up grabbing the coconut drill and through 20 minutes of concerted effort.
Conservated
flight.
effort.
Yeah, fucking who knows.
Effort.
He's locked in. Yeah, effort. He's locked in. Effort end up creating a hole large enough for me to stick my little porker into. I decide it requires some lube and grab the nearest slippery thing, some butter, before shoving into the coconut, followed shortly by my meat. I fuck the coconut and it actually feels pretty damn good, and I blow my load. It gets crazier. Shove the coconut under my bed and continue about my day. For the next week, the coconut is my savior. Whenever I want to get off, I simply take it out and fuck it in its delightfully tight hole.
Wait. He's got it like a little rag. He's keeping it.
It's like a fleshlight, but like he's just dumping and like throwing it on his bed after every time.
Oh no.
Yeah. I feel like Gabe could see he's like is it Magneto that can see the future in Marvel? Where the fuck Gabe knows what's
Gabe's
going down
pulling up
right now.
the multiverses like Doctor Strange. He's trying
Yeah,
to pick
dude.
the one
Open
where
up
this doesn't
portals.
exist.
How did I end up in the
Alright.
multiverse where this is a thing that happens?
Yeah. This is in our fucking mainline verse, man.
Why is this the timeline I'm
unless I hope to God this is some psycho's fucking fiction writing on Reddit, but
Yeah.
it's a 50-50 with
Yeah,
this,
maybe this is from
fucking
Wattpad
website.
and we're good.
Alright, whenever I want to get off, I simply take it out and fuck it in its delightfully tight hole. And he put delightfully in, he italicized that to make that.
Delightfully.
God, I
Yeah,
hate
like
people.
he want to make sure that you know it's delightfully.
So did he measure that shit like directly, like exactly his penis size?
I
then drill
like-
the coconut.
I like to imagine that he drilled it and then it was like a trial and error until it fit.
Like, he just kept going bigger every time.
Yeah, like he tried 20-ish minutes of drilling, dude. Like he had to have a couple. There's one thing he's like, that's a little too tight. Ah, perfect.
Time well
This is
spent. I
perfect.
mean, he's getting the usage. Like, he's going back for seconds.
Yeah, no, he goes back for more than seconds,
Like,
dude.
did he
He's going
carve
for the-
out? He must have carved out the whole thing and then just kept because he's subsequently going back. You know what I mean?
What's a coconut? It's just coconut milk. And you just dump that
that's
out.
true.
Like,
I don't know why I was thinking of
they're
I was
hollow,
thinking of a cantaloupe.
like a watermelon.
Cantaloupe.
Okay, like a watermelon cantaloupe. Yeah, I was about to say, dude.
Cantaloupe. So
Yeah,
no, you're right.
Yeah. He just has to drill and dump the water out.
Now
Still
I've got the
fucking
picture in my head.
psychotic. All right, where was I at? All right,
Delightfully
delightfully
tight
tight
hole,
hole. Yeah. Made better each time by the accumulating volumes of my semen and butter acting as a lubricant. It's heaven. Now, before I continue, I best mention that at the time our area is experiencing quite humid, muggy weather, which exacerbated an already existing fly problem. Disgusting, fat, bloated flies were commonly found around our house, and the exterminators couldn't really do anything about it because there's a localized area problem that would, quote-unquote, go away in the winter.
Okay.
About a week and a bit after the initial coconut fuck, in quotations, I had been using it pretty much every day since. I began to notice.
God.
I began to notice a few more flies than usual, as well as an odd, unpleasant smell in my room. Must be the coconut, right? So I decide I'll fuck it one more time before I throw it out and get a new one. Like a breakup, breakup sex. You know,
Sure. Breakup
sex with a coconut.
Yeah.
You never forget your first one.
Yeah, so
You
then
never.
he pressed entered, tabbed in, and put in worst mistake I've ever made in bold text.
Okay.
You see, the reason for the increased number of flies so that the coconut was evidently, in hindsight, a nearly perfect place to lay eggs.
Oh no.
As
like
I
this is
penetrate the
obvious.
coconut one last time, I begin to feel a strange wiggling sensation. Puzzled, I pull out my cock to discover it's covered in rotten and moldy butter and semen and it's teeming with tiny fucking maggots. They were wriggling all over my dickhead and some were even trying to force their way up my urethra.
What?
I feel like this was
I
obvious.
scream. Yeah, I feel like the moment he brought up when I first read this, the moment he brought up hot humid weather, I was like, yeah, it's gonna go that fucking route, right? I didn't think it'd be maggots, but
Dude, what?
Jesus.
Isn't
I
it ironic
screamed.
though? Isn't it ironic that they're laying eggs on the future kids? Like it's kind of a beautiful
There is a
thing.
level
There
of
is a level of
is,
irony
like,
there.
It is poetic. You know, like how eat dead animals become like nutrition for like the earth.
Yeah.
Like decomposing animals. Like yeah, it's like that. All right, almost
it?
done here.
Oh, okay.
No, it's very, very, very close.
All right.
I screamed and threw the coconut against the wall, which made the situation worse by spilling the contents. Why the fuck would he do that? Hours of vigorous cock. He threw it against the wall. The cum, buttered, and maggot-filled coconut against the wall.
All right.
Hours of vigorously cock-scrubbing, vomiting, and cleaning the remnants were spent reflecting on what the fuck I was doing with my life. Never again, never again. Too long, didn't read. The short version, don't fuck coconuts.
Wow.
And I guess this dude got a lot of freaky messages because his next thing said, I'm private, don't message me. RIP inbox.
Damn.
I'm more concerned who the fuck messaged him in his inbox after reading that. I'd say the fuck away from you.
Probably some
if I
fucking
heard that.
losers.
I hope it was people that were like, you need to make better fucking life decisions.
I'd assume the comment section, told him that well enough, but who knows? It's Reddit.
He just
Who
kept
fucking knows?
this dude is like bad luck Brian, but he is the person that is like there's no luck. Like he's
Yeah,
just
no.
doing he's like taking the bad choice every time. Like he's like, I'm horny.
Also,
I see
like,
coconut. I'm gonna fuck it. And then he's like, should I
it's
get
like,
rid of it? I'm gonna keep it. And he's
you're
like,
gonna
should
just,
I get rid of it? No, I'm gonna throw it against my wall. I'm gonna let maggots crawl
Dude.
up my urethra.
you're gonna nut in some shit and just throw it back under your bed and then go back the next day?
That is insane.
That like there was no like thought in your brain like this is like disgusting. No, there's no part of your brain that goes like this is completely unhygienic, but hey,
He's
I guess
got a little bowl, a little
I guess
tasty
if you're-
Hawaiian bowl.
if you're crazy enough to fuck a coconut for a week straight, that lines up. I feel like it makes sense.
Why
No
did he
thought there.
throw it against the wall though?
Yeah, but
Oh, just
he
Gotcha.
pulled out of that shit and he saw some like fucking maggots worming his way into his urethra. And I agree though. Why? Like I would just at that point I feel like if I were in any situation like that I would just drop it. Why would you panic? Throw it at your wall.
Yeah, that is insane.
Yeah, that's the one story from Reddit that just has been burned in my mind since the moment I read it, and I figured I wanted to share with you guys.
Yeah, and I wonder why it's been burned in your mind.
Yeah, it's almost like
Yeah, nothing
I guess-
special about that one.
you know people say there's no unique experiences anymore. I think he's a 1-for-1.
That might be a 1-for-1.
I think he's a
he might have that
1-for-1.
locked in.
I bet you someone else has fucked a coconut, but I don't think someone else has fucked a coconut 2 weeks in a row and let it rot under their bed.
Definitely not.